Hey warriors, I'm going to try to get through this video because my electricity is about to go out. But there's a lot of people asking why their guidance all of a sudden seems like, they've up and left, or they seem distant, or is just very quiet. Okay? Um, if your guidance feels like it's gone, I want you to understand it is not gone. Okay? They didn't up and just abandon you. Nothing's wrong. The quiet is intentional. Okay? Um, you know, a lot of people don't like talking about the phases of waking up that aren't exciting because they don't get as many views. Okay? So they leave you fuckers hanging like, you know. But, you know, I want to explain this the best way that I can. Early on, guidance can feel very clear. There's signs everywhere, there's synchronicities, your intuition is strong. It's almost a constant reassurance. But eventually that softens. And it's not because your guidance has left, okay? But because you are being trusted. You understand? There comes a point where the soul stops giving step-by-step instructions and starts asking, do you trust yourself yet? You know, um, we've been taught that guidance has to be from these same people I'm talking about, loud and obvious and emotional, dramatic. But true guidance matures into a knowing. Okay? It doesn't scream. It doesn't fucking convince or chase. It just waits. It waits for you to trust yourself. And many people, start feeling this and they get fucking terrified, okay? Because silence moves. It moves from that external authority to you, that sovereignty, and that's what's happening right now. This shift between or from dependency to sovereignty. When guidance goes quiet, it's often because you already know. You already feel the truth. You already can sense the next steps. This is the moment where soul guidance, shifts from listen to me to trust yourself. You understand? That's an initiation, really. I mean, do you know what I mean? Why people feel lost at this stage, whatever you want to call it, is because you're not getting those dopamine hits anymore. It doesn't give reassurance. It doesn't give you those spiritual fireworks that everyone's always screaming about. Okay? It asks for embodiment, discernment, choice, responsibility. And let's face it, guys, choice always feels way heavier than a fucking sign. What you can do, it's not ask harder, it's not fucking scream louder, it's not beg for confirmation or anything like that. Slow down, listen to your body. Okay? Notice what feels steady, not exciting, like this storm. I know that I'm not the only one who sensed it. You want answers about this storm? Meditate on it. Go inside. That's where the answers are. This isn't just a storm. Anyway, soul guidance now feels like, you know, a calm certainty, not this emotional urgency that we're all used to, you know. At some point, the universe stops holding your hand. Do you know what I mean? Not because it doesn't care, but because you've learned how to walk. You know, this is where many people are going to turn back. They're going to distract themselves. They're going to seek another teacher. Okay? But this is actually the moment when you are meant to become your own authority. You know, you're the teacher, not somebody outside of you. It's all in you. Just, if you are feeling this way, it's because you're meant to be trusting yourself at this stage. Do you know what I mean? It's because you already know. And that trust doesn't always feel confident. Sometimes it just feels steady. And I promise you, steady is where you want to be. It is enough. It is more than enough. I love you.